I would like to thank the organizers of BioAsia, especially Dr. B.S. Bajaj and his team for having given me this opportunity to speak before you. Before I start the main topic, I would like to Before I start the main topic, I would like to give a short account of Natco Pharmaceuticals in relation to what I am talking today. That is, Natco started in the early 80s as a pharmaceutical company specializing in time-release formulations, a technology brought by our CMD from US after having spent there for about 15 years. And he first started the time-release capsules. Later, there were many other formulations, and then he ventured into bulk drugs. Having established a Natco Research Center that was in tune with the times then, there was a process research, and our scientists have developed many processes for these off-patent drugs. And later they concentrated on anti-neoplastic drugs, that is anti-cancer. Very soon they became leaders in this oncology section, in both the bulk drugs as well as in the formulations. Sometime along this, they thought, why not diversify? They wanted to diversify into peptide chemistry and new chemical entities, and also, if possible, in biopharmaceuticals, just to test the idea whether they are capable of doing business in this field. So simultaneously, three streams started. One on NCE development, molecular modeling. We had some very good consultants, and at about that time they needed them some support in the bioavailability studies as well as animal experimentation. That's where I came in. As I told you, the other two streams of biopharmaceuticals, obvious choice fell on. By that time, it is already, the market is hotting up with biopharmaceuticals. Indian companies have come up with already biosimilars in some sections, especially CGSF. Pegylated CGSF is in the making, and there is erythropoietin is there, and streptokinase. These are the things many companies have ventured to start. Now, our people also thought, why not try this? In 2004, they entrusted our biochemist in developing CGHS, mainly because already the technology is known, and some Indian company already is marketing it. So we would have some reference product to develop our product. So with this in view, though it is a purely chemistry-based company, we started it. We looked around, scouted for the clone, and somehow we got a clone. And then when we developed, we were promised that it will yield about 2.5 to 3 grams per liter. But actually, whether it is through our inexperience or probably they exaggerated their claim, when we actually went through the culturing and seed culture and then finally calculating the yield, it was around 1 gram. But we are not discouraged. At least we got 1 gram. That is something. The first time a chemical company trying to develop some biopharmaceutical molecule got some yield at least. So we went through the usual formalities of applying for a license to produce this RCGM. We approached and they gave us time. So in Sheikh Fast cluster itself, I will skip through these things because it is already well known about the definitions and all that thing. I do not want to waste my time. So here's the thing. So from the clone development, we went upstream process. That was not much difficult for us. So it took about 6 months to standardize the thing. And then the downstream process of purification. There we did meet some difficulties. Main difficulty was yield. Yield was quite low. So we had to refine it further. So the amount of material that we had was very little, in fact, in a few grams. So we had to do it all over again to get enough yield to see the purification steps, standardize the purification steps. So we achieved that because in otherwise we were quite good in chromatography and all that, in the basic principles of chromatography. It was not very difficult for us to standardize this part of it. Even though it is ion exchange chromatography, it was not difficult because we understand the basic principles. Then, when we had enough CGSF, we approached for final license to this RCGM. At about that time, already CGSF was started in so many other forms. Our business development people said, no, this won't do. We will not market this. So, what else? We said.